everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom, back for another championship review video. I'm trying to put a brave face on because my predictions didn't go well. My team is terrible and they're bottom of the league, but perhaps I can get some enjoyment out of some of the other championship teams. Just as a general point, the league is all over the place, no consistent pattern to this now. So 3 of the top 4 lose this week. There's teams dropping like 4 places out of the playoffs, 4 places into the playoffs. Teams 3 apart playing each other and then swapping places. No one's got 2 points per game. But one thing to look at is there's now a 4-point gap between the bottom 6 and the rest of the league. That area, which I know a lot about being an Ipswich fan this season, that area seems to be solidifying and nobody's really making a play to move out of it. So let's start at the top as per normal, and somehow Middlesbrough have managed to end the week at the top. They came from 4th place. This is what I mean. It was Wednesday 1, Boro 2 on Friday night. Besic and a Sombalonga. Reach again scores a silly goal. I think this was his right foot, this one. So we know you have to go some to score against Boro. Boro now 2 home games in the 3-game week. So they go from, you know, looking a little bit off the pace slightly to looking really good up the top of the table there. Wednesday plummet down to 11th. They were in the playoffs at the start of the week. So this really is all over the place. I said away win. I got that one right, but don't think there's too many more of those coming up. Derby 2, Sheffield United 1. Interesting one, this one. Really good win for Derby. The Blades were the previous leaders. Brilliant early goal, this. I'll re-watch it, but I think from the kickoff, no Sheffield United player touched the ball, and it's actually played around quite nicely. They put a press on, and then Bryson slams it in. Great goal, that one. Classic Chris Wilder goal for the equaliser. Fleck dribble and a marauding centre-half, the spare centre-half we know all about for Sheffield United. Basham comes up, sticks in. Lovely goal by Marriott as well for the winner. So I remember in the predictions video I was saying this could be a tough 4 games for Derby, but they've started it really well, and now they're into the top 6. It really is so topsy-turvy. I'll probably be saying the exact opposite in the next review videos. The Blades, I'm there on Tuesday. They're at home to Stoke, and then they're at home again, forgive me, at the weekend. So they'll be looking to pick it right back up. They've only dropped to 2nd, and I think if after 13 games you'd have given Sheffield United fans 2nd place, they would have taken it from you. I said draw. So for the first time of many, I'm wrong today. Wigan 1, West Brom 0. It's over. My prediction that if Barnes-Gale and Rodriguez all started together, one of them would score. I can shut the hell up about that because it didn't happen today. Wigan shut them out. Wigan statistically now have the best home record in the whole division. I think it's 5 wins and 2 draws. Yeah, 17 points. 5 wins and 2 draws. Brilliant stuff from Wigan. Bit of a Route 1 goal, but Windass takes it really well. I think it's Higazi who he really gets the run on and smashes it low into the corner. Good forward play by him. West Brom's long unbeaten run is over. They're down to 3rd and Wigan go up to 8th. Just so much movement in the table this week. I said away win. I was wrong, predictably. Blackburn 2, Leeds 1. Leeds with their masses of supporters. We thought 7,600 is probably more knowing Leeds. There's probably people in the home stand as well if they were sold out in the away end. Roof back in the starting lineup. Hernandez on the bench, so that will make a difference to Leeds. But Rovers, they took the money from the away fans and they took the points as well. And these forms is a little bit worrying. It's 2 wins in 9 in all competitions, and I know one of them was against Hull. I believe the other one was against one of the bottom teams as well. Preston, yeah, Preston, possibly. So they're not really beating anyone. Good thing they've got Ipswich coming up, isn't it? Hey, they'll sort that out. Early goal from Graham, Klitsch with the equaliser. Lenihan gets the winner. Both of Rovers' goals from set plays, so you can do as much shadow play on the pitch as you like under Bielsa, but if you can't defend corners in the Championship, you will struggle. We said about Blackburn, if they turn draws into victories, then they're going to go one way, and if they turn into defeats the other. That seems like stating the obvious, but they're on the edge of the playoffs now in 7th. I said draw. I was wrong. Forest 1, Norwich 2. Big statement win this for Norwich. Said in the prediction video now, are Norwich going to be a mid-table team in that middle 8, or are they going to be a top 8 team? Because if you're going to be a top 8 team, you've got to go difficult away games and win. And that is exactly what they did. And they knocked down a real good home unbeaten run. I think 13 games for Forest. Graben gives Forest the lead. Lovely assist for that one, scooped over the top. And again, set plays, Championship. Sort your set plays out, and you really can win some tight games. Tim Closer, centre half, gets 2 goals, one from a free kick, one from a corner. Bosh, away you go. So great stuff from Norwich, and they've got Villa and Brentford at Carrow Road later in this week. If Norwich do 7 points this week, I think they need to be taken seriously as a playoff team, because that's a hard run of games, and if they're picking up the points, then you know the proof is in the pudding. Forest now 9th, Norwich 6th. Again, that's probably, they've nearly swapped places there from 4 places apart. I think it was 5th and 9th when we started, possibly. So so topsy-turvy. I said home win. I was wrong. Brentford 0, Bristol City 1. This is Thomas Frank's home debut, well, full debut in charge as Brentford manager. Red card for Chris Mepham, and a late Eliasson winner. So Bristol City get the win there. No wins in 7 for Brentford. They're well and truly landed in mid-table now. And, you know, is there a little worry now? Smith's gone, the form's gone. Where's this season going to go for Brentford? They looked so positive up the top of the table maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, but not quite so much now. Hopefully their long-standing philosophy will see them through this little bumpy run. Bristol City go up above them into 10th. And looking at the games coming up, we could get... I joked about the Lee Johnson streak, that we'd had no wins in 4, 4 straight wins, no wins in 5. Well, they've won at Brentford. Now they've got Hull, Stoke, Reading and Preston coming up. So the most Lee Johnson thing in the world would be they'll win all of those games, and then they'll go on another losing streak. So we'll see what happens. I said home win. Totally wrong. Again, really struggling this week on them old predictions. But the Championship is not an easy league to predict. Villa 1, Swansea 0. I think these two swap places as well. Villa now 13th, Swansea 15th. Dean Smith, first game as Villa manager. Tammy Abraham with the early goal. He's got 4 goals in 6. Looks like Smith went straight to the sort of 4-4-1-1. Looks like Abraham's his man with Grealish behind. So similar style to Brentford there. Looked like there was absolutely loads of chances in this game from the highlights package I saw. So bit surprised by the low score. Swansea are on a downward trend, but I'm sure I saw enough from them when I saw them playing Ipswich last week to see that they're a decent enough side for that not to continue. Whether or not they're going to be middle third or top third remains to be seen. 15th at the moment. I said home win. I got that one right. It's only my second one, so I'll take that one. Stoke 0. Birmingham 1 in the Gary Rowett, Gary Monk, Gary Derby, and Gary Monk wins the Gary Derby over Gary Rowett. Too much Gary to shake a stick at. Great away win for Birmingham. Birmingham are in really good form now. They're unbeaten. They've got 12 points from the last 6. I believe they've only got 2 defeats, and the 12 points from the last 6 is the fabled 2 points per game. So excellent work from Gary Monk. Same thing as away at Leeds. Che Adams gets the winner. Nice goal this. Magoma, Jutkovic puts the cross in. Adams spare at the back post. Really, really good goal. Birmingham up to 14th. Stoke down to 17th. And I'm pretty certain they sort of swap places as well. I said draw. Wrong again. Looking forward to seeing Stoke and particularly Ryan Woods on Tuesday night at Bramall Lane. Can we gloss over this one? Ipswich 0, QPR 2, Rangers up to 16th. This was my game yesterday. Just a horrible performance from Ipswich. Freeman scores from a corner and then a daft penalty on halfway line. 2-0. Rangers comfortable for the 3 points. They could have gone 3-0 or 4-0 in the second half. If you really want to, you can check out my review of this. I'd recommend that if you're a QPR fan. Probably not if you're an Ipswich fan, because it's quite depressing stuff. That's elsewhere in the channel. Check that out. A lot of good feedback for that. My view now: Rangers are not going to be in the bottom third. They should be pushing for the middle of the table with McLaren and two good strikers. Eze looks a good player. Strong midfield. They don't look like Rotherham, Bolton, Ipswich or Hull. Put it that way. They look better than that. So probably cause for comfort if you're a Rangers fan. I said home win, but I'm an idiot and I'm a football fan. So there you go. That obviously didn't happen. Rotherham won, Bolton won in a bit of a slogfest probably at the New York Stadium. Bolton missed a penalty through the big guy McGuinness up front. Volks smashes in a free kick and it looks like Rotherham are going to do it again. Home win, set play, tight game. Bosch take the 3 points. But no, 5 minutes from the end and it's Matic. He misjudges the bouncing goal kick. It goes over to Deutsch and he slams it in into the corner. Rotherham, if their home record is going to be this bad, need to see these games. Sorry, if their away record is going to be this bad, they need to see these home games out. So I would say useful point for Bolton, but remember the caveat to that is they missed a penalty as well. So I think both sides will be annoyed with this one. Both sides trending downwards. Rotherham 2 wins in 12. Bolton 1 win in 9. I said draw. Hurrah! My third one correct so far. Reading 3, Millwall 1. This is a great win for Reading, and I'd be very interested in anyone who's at this game because sometimes the stats don't tell the full tale. But looking at it, and from the highlights package I watched, it looked like Millwall had a whole ton of chances. The Reading keeper made a couple of excellent saves, and 26 shots to 9 in Millwall's favour, but Reading take the 3-1 win. So it looks like Millwall were bad in their own box and bad in the opposition's box. Reading were good in their own box and good in the opposition's box. Looks as simple as that. Maitai with 2, Baldock with a penalty, Murray Wallace for Millwall. Great day for Reading though. The only winners in the bottom 8. They shoot up to 19th. Millwall just can't get it going, but it's a similar thing to Ipswich where I'm coming up with a mitigating factor every week, and you would look for Millwall. They'd say, well, look, if we can actually play the penalty boxes better, we'll easily win that game. But sooner or later, you have to, if you're in the bottom 3 after half a season, you have to say that it's not going well. When's it going to turn for Millwall? I said away win, and bloody hell, I was wrong again. Last one here: Hull 1, Preston 1. Not much use to either team. Quite the finish though. Bowen, a penalty on 85 minutes. Where would Hull be without Bowen? And this is what worries me about Ipswich as well, because I look at Hull and they've got Bowen, Martin, Irvine, Elphick. They've got some experienced players there that they're trying to build this around. But they come off the bottom. So Bowen puts a penalty on 85. 92nd minute equaliser from Malt to save the point and keep Preston out of the bottom 3. I said away win. So 3 out of 12 in the predictions for me. Not good. Very, very up in the air championship this season. They're not making their minds up at the top. Middlesbrough, West Brom and Leeds we thought would be the 3. Leeds are not in good form. West Brom maybe a little blip, and Boro can just probably Pulis this out for another 3 or 4 months, and they can probably take this without actually being that incredible. Sheffield United, I think, can hang in there if they can stay injury-free. And then you have to say the up-and-comers, Derby and Norwich, everyone up there has got to be looking at this thinking, right, 8 wins, a draw and a defeat in 10 games at any point in this season when you're up the top, and you're going to be in for around automatic. You know, there's no 2 points per game. It's all over the place. Everyone's switching places. It really needs to sort itself out. And another game midweek, another game Saturday, then 2 more Saturdays before the international break. Maybe it will be then. Sadly, from my point of view as an Ipswich fan, it does look like the bottom 6 is coming adrift now. So I guess that would be sort of Rotherham, Ipswich, Preston, Hull, Millwall and Reading. Maybe Bolton would slip down into that. I don't know, but that's the one area that actually looks like those may well be the teams that would be there towards the end of the season. Although I keep saying, don't expect Millwall and Preston to be there. So really typical Championship bonkers. If you're a fan of any of these teams or at any of the games yesterday, please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Always interested to hear more. As I said, comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Lots of content this week. Blue Monday podcast tonight if you're a masochistic Ipswich fan or you want to gloat as a QPR fan. I'm going to be at Sheffield United Stoke on Tuesday. Should be filming an interview if that goes well on Tuesday as well. Leeds Ipswich on Wednesday. Then it will be the review on Thursday. Predictions again on Friday. And I will be at Millwall on Saturday. So pretty much videos every day this week. So definitely worth subscribing. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Get involved in the channel. It's what it's all about. Obviously, you only see one Championship game in that big run on a Saturday per week. So really do rely on people's input in the comments to make this content a little bit more accurate than, you know, just looking down at the clips and making judgments based on that. Thank you for watching. See you on Tuesday at Bramall Lane. Goodbye.